Good morning, students. Today we will study about chapter number 10 microbes in human welfare. Uh, Not to make a video long too much, so I will just start introduction. Right, in this chapter you will study about the microbes which are useful in household, industry, sewage, production of biogas, biocontrol agent, and biofertilizers. Now let us see. So beside macroscopic plant and animal, microbes are the major component of biological system on this earth. Right? Macroscopic, not microscopic. Macro, little bit more, bigger in size. We see with eyes. Right? You have studied about the diversity of a living organism in class 11. Do you remember which kingdom among the living organism contain microorganism? Which are the ones that are only microscopic? Microbes are the plants. Microbes are present everywhere. They are present in soil, water, air, inside our body, and the other animal and plants. They are present even at the site where no other life form could possibly exist. Site such and deep inside the geyser, that is thermal vent, where the temperature may be higher than 100 degrees centigrade, deep in the soil under the layer of the snow several meter thick, and in highly acidic environment. So these microbes are present everywhere, right? If you think that if you boil the water 100 degree, then the water will be pure. But some microbes are there which are living inside that also, right? They can survive at 100 degree temperature or more than that. Microbes are diverse. And what are microbes? So they are protozoa, bacteria, fungi, microscopic plant virus, viroid, and also prions that are proteinaceous infectious agent. Some of the microbes are shown in figure 10.1 and 10.2. Microbes like bacteria and many fungi can grow on nutritive media to form colonies that can be seen with our naked eyes. Such culture are useful in studies on microorganisms. So we can see if we put a chapati outside 2-3 days, then we find a fungi on it, right? That are one kind of the microbes. Some microbes which we can grow in a lab. Here the figure is given about the microbes, right? They have said that microbes, bacteria. So bacteria are rod shape and that can be magnified up to 1500x. Spherical rod shape, that also 1500x. Rod shaped bacterium showing flagella 50,000 x, right? This x is what? So that is nothing but when you see under the microscope 10x, 100x, 50x, like that, resolution power is there. Same way virus are there. So bacteriophage is virus is adenovirus, which causes respiratory infection, rod shaped tobacco mosaic virus, TMV, right? And which we can see in colony, there are bacteria growing in a petri dish and fungi colony growing in a petri dish. So this can be seen on chapati and bread also. Now in chapter 8 you have read the microbes causes large number of the diseases in a human being. They also causes diseases in animal and plant. But this should not make you think that all microbes are harmful. Several microbes are useful to the man in diverse ways. Some of the most important contributions of the microbes to the human welfare are discussed in this chapter. Now, first of all, we will study about microbes which are used in a household product. Right? So, you will surprised to know that we use microbes or product derived from them every day. A common example is the production of a curd from the milk. દૂધમાંથી દહીં બનાવીએ ને તે. That is done by the microbes. Microorganisms such as lactobacillus and other commonly called as lactic acid bacteria, that is lab, which is grown in a milk and converted into the curd. So દૂધની અંદર આ બેક્ટેરિયા પ્રોડ્યુસ થશે. દૂધની અંદર ઓલરેડી બેક્ટેરિયા હોય જ, lab, lactobacillus or lactic acid bacteria, right? During the growth, the lab produces acid that coagulate and partially digest the milk protein. કે આ લેક્ટોબેસિલસ બેક્ટેરિયા છે, લેક્ટિક એસિડ બેક્ટેરિયા, એ બેક્ટેરિયા ગ્રોન અપ થશે એટલે મિલ્કને શું કરશે? જમાવી દેશે, કોએગ્યુલેટ કરી દેશે. અને જેમ જેમ મિલ્ક જમતું જશે એમ એમ મિલ્કની અંદર રહેલું પ્રોટીન એ બેક્ટેરિયા ડાયજેસ્ટ કરતા જશે. Right? A small amount of the curd is added to the fresh milk as an inoculum or starter contain millions of lab which at suitable temperature multiply. તમારી મમ્મી ઘરે દૂધમાંથી દહીં બનાવે તો કહેશે રાત્રે અખરોમાં યાદ રેડવાનું યાદ કરાવજે. તો રાત્રે દૂધની અંદર થોડુંક 1 કે 2 ટીપા જેટલું લીંબુ નાખી દેશે અથવા તો જૂનું દહીં હોય એ દહીંમાંથી 1-2 ચમચી લઈને પેલામાં નાખી અને ભેગું કરીને મૂકી રાખશે. સવારમાં સરસ મજાનું દહીં તૈયાર થઈ જશે. રાઈટ? ઓકે. A small amount, okay. Thus converting milk to the curd, which also improve the nutritional quality by increasing vitamin B12 in our stomach too. The lab plays a very beneficial role in checking disease-causing microbes. And this curd is very useful, which is rich in vitamin B12. Now, the dough which is used to make for food such as dosa or idli, also fermented by the bacteria. The puffed up appearance of the dough is due to the production of carbon dioxide gas. Can you tell which metabolic pathway is taking place resulting in the formation of carbon dioxide? Where do you think the bacteria for this fermentation came from? Similarly, the dough which is used for making bread is fermented using baker's yeast, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Right? Baker's yeast નું નામ શું છે? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. You have to remember that. A number of traditional drink and the food also made from fermentation by the microbes. Toddy, which is a traditional drink of some part of the southern India, is made by the fermentation sap from the plum. Microbes are also used to fermented fish, soybean and bamboo shoots to make food. Right? Cheese is one of the oldest food items in which microbes were used. Different varieties of the cheese are known by the characteristic texture, flavor and taste. The specificity coming from microbes used, right? તો જુદા જુદા ચીઝના ટેસ્ટ આવે એ કેમ? તો that is because of the microbes, right? For example, the large hole in a Swiss cheese are due to the production of large amount of the carbon dioxide by the bacterium named Propionibacterium sermani. Propionibacterium sermani. Because of that, so you have to remember this bacteria name in a Swiss cheese, right? The Roquefort cheese are ripened by growing a specific fungi on them which gives them particular flavor. And Roquefort cheese જે છે એ fungi માંથી બને છે and because of that only the flavor is there. Now, what are the microbes used in an industrial process? So, even in industry, microbes are used to synthesize number of the product valuable to the human being. Beverages and antibiotics are some example of the production of an industrial scale. Require growing microbes in a very large vessels called fermenter. So here in figure they have given, these are the fermenters, big vessels called fermenters, right? And this is the fermentation plant. So fermented beverages. So microbes, especially yeast, have been used from time to time in motion for production of beverages like wine, beer, whiskey, brandy or rum. For this purpose, the same yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, is used for making bread and commonly called as beaver's yeast, which is used in fermentation malted cereals and fruit juices. કે ભાઈ બ્રેડ બનાવવા માટે જે ઈસ્ટ વપરાય છે સાર્કોમાઇસિસ ક્રિવાઇસિસ, રાઈટ, એ જ ઈસ્ટ આ ફર્મેન્ટેશન પ્રોસેસ માટે વપરાય છે, જેની અંદર તમે સિરિયલ, ફ્રૂટ જ્યુસ આ બધુંને ફર્મેન્ટેડ કરી એમાંથી ઇથેનોલ પ્રોડ્યુસ કરી શકો છો. Do you recollect the metabolic reaction which is result in the production of ethanol by the yeast? Depending on the type of the raw material used for fermentation and type of processing, with or without different distillation, different type of alcohol drinks are obtained. Wine and beer are produced without distillation, whereas whiskey, brandy, rum are produced by the distillation or fermented broth. The photographs of a fermentation plant is shown in a figure. Now, microbes used as antibiotic. So, antibiotic, we all know one kind of the painkiller which removes the pain, right? So antibiotic production by the microbes are regarded as one of the most significant discoveries of the 20th century and have greatly contributed towards the welfare of the human society. Anti is a Greek word which means against and bio means a life. So together they means against the life. Antibiotic, against life. કે તમારા જીવનને ખતરામાં મૂકતા હોય અથવા તમારું જીવન ખતરામાં હોય કે તમારું જીવન પતવા આવ્યું હોય તો એને બચાવે છે જીવનને, એટલા માટે એને એન્ટીબાયોટિક કહેવામાં આવે છે, એટલે કે લાઈફને બચાવે છે, અગેન્સ્ટ ધ લાઈફ. Whereas with reference to the human being, they are pro-life and not against. Antibiotics are chemical substances which are produced by some microbes and can kill or retain the growth of others. You are familiar with the commonly used antibiotic penicillin. Do you know that the penicillin was first antibiotic to discovered and it was a change ચાન્સ ડિસ્કવરી કે પેનિસિલિન જે હતી એ ઓટોમેટિક ડિસ્કવર થઈ ગઈ હતી, ખબર હતી નહીં કે ભાઈ પેનિસિલિન ડિસ્કવર કરવા જઈ રહ્યા છે. કેવી રીતે? સો વન્સ એલેક્ઝાન્ડર ફ્લેમિંગ વોઝ વર્કિંગ ઓન અ સ્ટ્રેપ્ટોકોકાઈ બેક્ટેરિયા and he observed a mold growing in one of his unwashed culture plate around which streptococci could not grow. કે જ્યારે આ એલેક્ઝાન્ડર ફ્લેમિંગ સ્ટ્રેપ્ટોકોકાઈ બેક્ટેરિયા ઉપર કામ કરી રહ્યા હતા ત્યારે એને એક પ્લેટ જોઈ હતી, જે પ્લેટ એવી હતી કે મોલ્ડવાળી હતી. એ મોલ્ડ ઉપર સ્ટ્રેપ્ટોકોકસ બેક્ટેરિયા ઉગી શક્યા નહીં કારણ કે પ્લેટ ધોયેલી નથી. He found out that it was due to the chemical produced by the mold and he named it penicillin. બરાબર. અને એને ખબર પડી કે ભાઈ આ કેમ ના ગ્રોન અપ કર્યું, તો કે ભાઈ આ મોલ્ડમાંથી જે કેમિકલ નીકળ્યું એ કેમિકલને લીધે થઈને આ બેક્ટેરિયા ગ્રોન અપ થયા નહીં, એટલા માટે એને એનું નામ પેનિસિલિન આપ્યું, રાઈટ, પેનિસિલિયમ નોટમ. However, its full potential as effective antibiotic was established much later by Ernest Chain and Howard Florey. This antibiotic was extensively used to treat American soldiers wounded in the World War II. Fleming, Chain and Florey were awarded the Nobel Prize in 1945 for the discovery. After penicillin, other antibiotics were also purified from other microbes. Can you name some of the antibiotics and find out their sources? Antibiotics have greatly improved our capacity to treat deadly diseases such as plague, whooping cough, that is kali khasi, diphtheria, and leprosy, that is kush rog, which is used to kill millions all over the globe today. We cannot imagine a world without antibiotic. Just like today we are facing a problem of a corona, right? Same way these were the deadliest disease. Now chemical, enzyme and other bioactive molecules that we will see in the next lecture, right? Okay, up to here you prepare it, study it well, and I will share another video. In that you have to see the another things. If you have any doubt, then WhatsApp me or call me, right? Bye.